The first preseason game is in the books, and we need to talk about it.
We're going to kick it off with an overview of the game, standout performances, injury updates,
and some bizarre off-the-field news concerning a country music star and his beef with the Chiefs. Starting off with our preseason opener against the Arizona Cardinals on August 9th at State Farm Stadium, the Chiefs battled hard in a back-and-forth game but came up short 20-17, with loads of encouraging signs for our players despite the loss. You have to remember to always take wins and losses in the preseason with a grain of salt. These games are all about evaluating players.
He ain't lying. I couldn't have said it better myself, Bob. So let's break down some Chiefs player performances, starting with the offense. Patrick Mahomes was in for just one series, but he made it count, going 1 for 1 yard with a touchdown pass to Jason Brownlee on a quick 1-yard score after a fumble recovery set us up inside the red zone. It might have been a 5-yard touchdown pass to Thornton, but the Cardinals drew a pass interference call on that play, placing the ball on the 1-yard line. Regardless, Mahomes threw both passes right on the money.
Gardner Minshew stepped in and looked solid, completing 6 of 9 passes for 54 yards, no picks, and punching in a 2-yard rushing touchdown in the second quarter. He showed good command, connecting on short routes and keeping drives alive. Oladokun brought some excitement with his legs, scrambling for a team-high 26 yards in just one carry, and going 6 for 13 for 39 yards through the air.
Bailey Zappi rounded out the quarterbacks, throwing 8 of 15 for 70 yards, but tossing up 2 interceptions. He was definitely the bummer of the quarterback room.
This is the bummer, man.
On the ground, Carson Steele flashed with 3 carries for 15 yards, including a tough 9-yard gain. Kareem Hunt chipped in 2 carries for 12 yards, Elijah Mitchell had 3 for 10, and Brashard Smith added 4 for 10. Isaiah Pacheco got limited reps with 1 carry for 8 yards, but he was looking healthy post-injury.
I personally would have rather seen more rushing attempts this game. I think there are more questions that need answers concerning our running backs, and I didn't see the point in testing out backup QBs as much as we did. We rushed with running backs 16 times, where the Cardinals rushed with theirs 29 times. And we had 40 passing attempts to the Cards 25. I guess it did allow for more looks at our receivers, but with Zappi missing all over the field, how much did it actually help us assess the receivers?
You know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Receiving-wise, Robert Tonyan led the way with 3 catches for 49 yards. Showing reliable hands and a nice 20-yard grab, he's battling hard for one of those tight end spots. Jalen Royals had 3 receptions for 14 yards. Nico Remigio snagged 2 for 24, Elijah Badger another 2 for 16, and Jimmy Holiday 2 for 10. Tyquan Thornton made his 1 catch count for 15 yards, while Elijah Mitchell added a 13-yard reception out of the backfield. Overall, 21 receptions for 164 yards and 1 touchdown. Like Bob said, it's hard to evaluate the receivers when the quarterback's accuracy is all over the place. As far as I can see, the receivers came down with the majority of the catchable balls. The Chiefs' receivers this year are definitely something to be excited about.
It's about damn time.
Now defensively, the highlights were the turnovers. Jaden Hicks and Christian Roland Wallace each snagged an interception, with Hicks returning his for 12 yards and Roland Wallace for 11 yards. Special teams forced a fumble on the opening kickoff recovered by Roland Wallace, setting up an early TD. Down in the trenches, Felix Anaduke Uzama drew a roughing the passer penalty that extended a Cardinals drive.
Really?
But guys like Ashton Gelati and Omar Norman Lott got reps and disrupted some plays.
It was good to see Gelati and Norman Lott get a lot of practice, both being in the game for almost half of the defensive snaps. We're going to need some more pressure, though, from our front 4 going forward, and we hope those 2 will be a big part of that pressure. Yes, I know the backups were in. Chris Jones only played 3 snaps, Karlaftis only played 7, but the Cardinals had backups in at offensive line as well. 3 players that impressed us in the game were safety Jaden Hicks, defensive back Christian Roland Wallace, and rookie linebacker Jeffrey Bassa. The biggest killer in the game were penalties, 11 for 113 yards total. But it's preseason. We have time to clean that up.
I guess we're just going to have to wait and see.
Special teams was a bright spot. Outside of them forcing multiple fumbles on kickoffs and everything else, Harrison Butker boomed a 58-yard field goal in the third, showing that leg strength that just never stops. Matt Boom Boom Ariza averaged 57 yards on 5 punts with a long of 68. Nico Remigio returned a kickoff for 48 yards, and Noel Williams had one for 28. Playtime-wise, offensive lineman C.J. Hansen led with 84% of offensive snaps. Somebody needs to give that boy a rest. Tight end Robert Tonyan, who I'm calling Bobby Tonyan from here on out, had 51%. Wide receiver Jalen Royals at 39%, and Jared Wiley at 30%. All got valuable reps.
Let's get into some key moments. The opening fumble recovery that led to a touchdown, Minshew's goal line rushing touchdown, and Butker's long field goal to tie it at 17. Cardinals edged us with Chad Ryland's 50-yarder late, but who really cares? Stats overall, we rushed for 92 yards, passed for 164 net yards, but 2 interceptions and penalties hurt. Chiefs Kingdom, who is your MVP? Oladokun's scramble? Tonyan's catches? The D's picks, or something else? Be sure to drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Now on to the unfortunate injuries. Deon Bush suffered a torn Achilles in the game, sidelining him for the 2025 season. He had 3 tackles before exiting. It's a tough loss for secondary depth across the board, but it's also a big loss for veteran presence in the locker room.
On to some brighter news. Hollywood Brown's ankle is healing well. Andy Reid updated on August 11th.
Yeah, it's not really a high ankle sprain. It's more ankle foot area. He's making great progress, so he's up and he's running now a little bit, so that's a positive. I don't think he's too far out, but we'll see. Yeah, but he's doing good.
So let's touch on this off-the-field drama. Country star Zach Bryan,
remind me who that is again,
sparked major buzz on August 10th, vowing on X to never play in Kansas City again. After clashing with the Chiefs fan over some heated trash talk, he straight up called the Kingdom the worst, and it blew up online.
Yeah, funny enough, this feud's been brewing for a while. Turns out Zach's a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan, born and raised in Oklahoma, but reps Philly hard for some reason. Hate really ramped up after Super Bowl 57 in 2023, where the Chiefs beat the Eagles 38-35. Bryan trolled Chiefs fans on social media right after, posting stuff like mocking our celebrations and calling out the team. Fast forward to now, he was hyping the Eagles again online, and when Chiefs fans pushed back, it escalated into a full-blown boycott threat. This guy is a little obsessed with the Chiefs.
It's funny because it's true.
Exactly. Reports from Fox News and KansasCity.com detail how it started with Bryan targeting Chiefs Kingdom, saying we sell out his shows but are the worst fans. So fans fired back with petitions and memes on X, turning it into a viral mess. It's a social media noise, but as an Eagles supporter, Bryan's got that lingering Super Bowl grudge. Plus, maybe some rivalry vibes with our success.
This is wild stuff. He even tweeted recently that he was excited to get back to Bonner Springs. I don't know if he knows that that's also Chiefs Kingdom and that it's not just in Missouri, but someone needs to tell this guy where things are at, because he obviously doesn't know.
He's the least cool guy I've ever met.
So what do you guys think? Are you Team Chiefs all the way, or do you get Bryan's Eagles loyalty? Who's right in this beef? Are you like us in the who cares category? Let us know in the comments.
That's all we have for now, Chiefs Kingdom.
Thank you so much for watching the video. Do us a solid here at the end. Hit that like button, hit that bell, hit that subscribe. We'll see you next time. Oh, yeah.
Both being in the game for almost half of the defense. Let's just chew that over again.
I personally would. Special teams forced a fumble on the old. Now on to the unfortunate
Bailey Zappi didn't round out the quarterbacks, though. Oladokun finished, didn't he? No? Okay. Just go with it. Okay, cool. Sorry.